Hello, fifth graders. Today we are going to learn how to add with unlike denominators. And if we have time, we'll also learn to subtract with unlike denominators. So let's begin. All right, so when you are adding fractions and you notice that the denominators are different, it's a pretty normal thing to think, well, I have no idea what to do. Because you need to know a few tricks beforehand. What we need to do to add these together is to find a common denominator, and hopefully the lowest common denominator. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at the multiples of our denominators, the multiples of 6 and the multiples of 10. I'll put the biggest one up here and then the smallest one. So what a multiple is 10 times something, right? 10 times 1 is 10. That is a multiple of 10. Another multiple of 10 is 20 and 30. Now, when we think about multiples of 6, 6 times 2 is 12, times 3 is 18, times 4 is 24, and times 5 is 30. So 30 is our lowest common multiple. You may see an LCM sometimes. That's what that means. Lowest common multiple. That is what multiple our denominators have in common. And the lowest one is 30, right? They may have others in common, like 60 they would have in common. But 30 is our lowest common multiple, and the one that we're going to use here to find our lowest common denominator. So our lowest common multiple is related to our lowest common denominator. I'll show you how. All right, so what we need to do is find a fresh page first. All right, now we need to change our fractions here into our common denominator. So our common denominator is going to be 30. So we're going to have to get to 30. Now, one way to get to 30, or the way, is you take 10 and you multiply it by 3. 10 times 3 is 30. Now, when we're doing this, if we do something to the denominator, right, we're multiplying that by 3, we have to do the same thing to the numerator. So we're going to have to multiply 9 times 3, which is 27. So our new fraction, right, is we're changing 9/10 to 27/30. Now we can do the same thing here with our 6. See, 6, to change 6 into 30, we have to multiply it by 5. So since we did that to the denominator, we have to do the same thing to the numerator. So now we have to multiply that 1 by 5, which is 5. And we get 5/30. All right, now we can add it together. We have a common denominator, so 27 plus 5 is 27. I'll just count it out. 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. It is 32 over 30. Now, I'm going to go onto a fresh page and show you how we can make that smaller into a simplified version of itself. All right, here's our 32 over 30. And what we're going to do here is, already looking at it, you could do, let's say factor trees, right? You could do the 32 and 30, find your factors, what you'd have 1, like 1 times 32 is 30. 2, right? What would be 2 times, what would 2 times what give you 32? Would it be 16? Yep. So those would be your factors, right, of 32. 30, you could also do 1, right, because 1 times 30 is 30. And 2, because 2 times 15 is 30. So we would know that 2 is our greatest common factor, right? So we would divide both of these by 2. 32 divided by 2 is 16. And 30 divided by 2 is 15. So that's our fraction, simplified. Now, we can do something else to this fraction too. And I'll show you. We can change that fraction, 16 over 15, into a mixed number by taking 16, dividing it by 15. 15 goes into 16 one time. 1 times 15 is 15. Subtract it, come with a 1. Our remainder is 1. So if you want to make this a mixed number, it is 1 and 1/15, right? Because the denominator stays the same. And the remainder is your new numerator. And your answer is your whole number. So 1 and 1/15 is our answer. Woo! Let's do another one and see how we do. All right, our new fractions that we have to add with unlike denominators are 1/2 plus 11 over 12. Now, we need to find our least common multiple. I like to start off with our biggest one. Let's find the multiples here. Multiples of 12 is 12, 24. Now I'm thinking, wait a minute, those are all multiples of 2 as well, right? Because I know 2's multiples, if we want to just write them, we've got 4, we've got 6, we've got 8. Those are all multiples, 10. But 12 is 1, and so is 24, right? But our lowest common multiple is 12. So if I'm going to change these, if I'm going to 2 becomes 12 by, you have to multiply it by 6, right? So you could just do that, because 2 times 6 is 12, and 1 times 6 is 6, right? So we can change that 1/2 into 6 12s, and we got that way by multiplying it both by 6. And this 11 12s, you don't have to change that, right? Because 12 is already 12. So you're just multiplying that by 1, basically. So you're going to add 6 12s plus 11 12s. We'll do that on the other page. We've got 6 12s plus 11 12s. We're adding those together, and we get 17 12s. Now you can change that into a mixed number. And the way you do that is you just take that 17, divide it by 12. 12 goes into 17 once. And then 17 minus 12 is 5. So that's a remainder of 5. So our whole number is 1. Our new numerator is 5. And our denominator stays the same at 12. So our final answer of 1/2 plus 11 12s is 1 and 5 12s. All right, guys, let's try another one. All right, now we'll do a final one now, and that's going to be 3/4 plus 1/5. Now, we have to have that common denominator. So let's take our largest and come up with some multiples. We have 5 times 2 is 10. 5 times 3 is 15. And 5 times 4 is 20. So 4, right, we have 8. Well, actually, yeah, 8, 16, and then, oh, you have 12 too before that. And then you eventually get to 20, right? Fix that, put 12 in there. So that'd be 12, then 16, and then 20. And 20 would be our common denominator. You'll find, usually with smaller numbers, you could just say, well, 4 times 5 is 20, right? That's probably our common denominator. So we're going to get to 20. So 4 gets to 20 by multiplying it by 5, and 5 gets to 20 by multiplying it by 4. So if 4 times 5 gives you 20, And you've got to do the same thing to the numerator as you do the denominator. 3 times 5 is 15. So 15/20 is our new one here. And we're adding that to 5 times 4 is 20. And then we have to multiply the numerator by 4 as well, giving us a 4. So now we have 15 over 20 plus 4 over 20. So 15 over 20 plus 4 over 20. Let's add those together. We get 19 over 20. And I can tell you already right now, 19 is not a number that has many numbers that you can divide it by and get a whole number. So that is prime. 19/20 is your answer. All right, guys. I am going to have another video because this has quite a few slides in it. So I'm just going to make this the addition portion, and then we'll have a subtraction portion. So it's going to be 2 videos today. Okay? All right, guys. See you for subtraction.